Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make funnel cake. Now, a while back, I posted a video here asking what some of your favorite boardwalk food is, and one of them, and the most requested, was funnel cake. And I am giving a shout out to my girl, Latasha C. I know she's a really big fan and supporter of mine on pretty much all my channels, and I really appreciate your support so much, Latasha. So in honor of you, and this being one of your favorites, I decided to make this today, and I'm really excited because I love funnel cake, and it really truly is just one of those things that I don't eat very often. I don't find myself, it's a treat food, you know what I mean? So I'm really excited to share it with you today, and thank you so much for all of you that left a comment, and I have 2 more videos coming up in the future with 2 remaining recipes that you requested and your shout outs, so stay tuned for that. But to get started, you're going to need to make actually funnel cakes is really easy and simple. You'll need some all-purpose flour, salt, baking powder, granulated sugar, whole milk, eggs, vanilla extract, and vegetable oil. Now what I have here is a 10-inch cast iron skillet. You want to fill it halfway up with vegetable oil. You don't want to go any higher than that or any lower. It's really difficult for me to tell you exactly how much oil you need. You just need enough to fill your skillet halfway up the sides. So that's getting nice and hot to over about 375 degrees. I have a little wooden spoon here. I don't have a thermometer, so here's a tip. You put the end of a wooden spoon in there. You see bubbles all around the edge, the base? That means your oil is hot enough. So I've got that going, and let's get going on making our batter. It's so easy. Think of this as like pancake batter, because that's really all it is. It's a little tiny bit different as far as the amounts of everything you need, the ratio. The eggs, I put them in there. I also like to add just a splash of vanilla. I need a little vanilla in mine. And then I like to whisk these together just to give them a heads up before we put them into the dry ingredients. Now what I have here is like a funnel cake funnel pourer. I don't even know what you'd call this. But basically, a long time ago, I bought online a funnel cake kit because it came with this. And the reason why I like to use this, and I know a lot of people use a funnel. To use a funnel, you have to hold your finger at the very, the bottom of the funnel so that none of the batter spills out. And you release when you're really close to the oil. I find that to be very dangerous. So think about this. You have the funnel here, you're removing your finger, the batter goes in, the oil splashes up, you get burnt. That's so unsafe, and I don't like that. So I suggest really looking into one of these. They're so inexpensive. I think it was like $5. If you don't have this, you don't want to look for it, you can't find it, use a measuring cup with a really nice spout. That way it's easy for you to pour it in. Just be careful that not everything comes out at the same time. Just wanted to give you that tip because I don't want you to use a funnel. I think that's really dangerous. So I'm just whisking these together briefly. They don't have to be perfect. I'm bringing my dry ingredients closer to me, and I'm going to pour this in. And now what I'm going to do is I am just going to mix this together really well until I have a really nice smooth batter. A few little lumps here and there is okay, but for the most part, you do want this to be kind of smooth. That's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna take my little ladle here, how appropriate, and I'm gonna fill this up. I don't wanna fill the whole thing up. I'm gonna do it in batches just because I find it easier to pour this when it's not super full. Now in a pretty steady stream, I do this in like a big circle, right? And then I kind of go over top like that. Look at the perfect of that consistency. I love you so much. I kid myself. I kid myself, I tell you. What I have back here is a baking sheet that I've lined pretty well with some paper towels just because you need to drain out the excess oil. Now, can you just look at the puffiness of this thing? I mean, come on. Now you know it's going to be good, you know it's going to be golden brown, and you do want this to be a beautiful deep golden brown on both sides just because it is going to be the texture of an actual funnel cake. The amount this makes, depending on how big you make them, this size, I'm going to say I'm probably going to get maybe 3 or 4 because they're pretty big, but normally you get about 6 out of this recipe. But as always, LauraInTheKitchen.com will have the recipe written, all the instructions and everything. I'm going to babysit this until it's beautiful golden brown. I'm going to flip it, and it should flip really, really easy. I want to show you when I flip it, but you can see, especially on this side, it's getting beautiful. It needs to be a little bit darker brown. It's a little too light still. And my favorite part are these little itty bitty pieces right there. I don't know why all the little itty bitty pieces on the edges. It's like, to me, that's the best part of anything that's fried. It's the little edges, like it's so crispy. That's the best. I'm just gonna babysit this, and then we'll flip it, and then we'll keep on going. As that finishes cooking, I'm just gonna dig into one. I'm gonna go for this one right here, because it's pointless to make yourself and myself wait any longer. Oh, look at, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that on a weekend night, I'm home making funnel cakes. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Perfectly crispy, but you can hear. Look at that inside. It's perfectly cooked. You can top these with whatever you want. Personally, nothing is better than powdered sugar. Look at that one. Now I've got people to tend to, 2 more to make, and you need to hop on all over to LauraInTheKitchen.com to get this recipe and make them for your friends and family this weekend. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me. Latasha, thank you so much for your suggestion, and everyone else, thank you so much for your wonderful suggestions. And anytime you want to leave me a suggestion for a recipe, please do so down below. I always read all of your comments. Always. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!